The blue whale is the largest animal known to mankind, both now and throughout history. These magnificent creatures can grow up to 80 to 100 feet in length and weigh more than 100 tons, though some larger whales have been encountered. In this video, I will be showcasing the largest whales ever recorded and also introducing you to other large sea creatures. Let's dive in. The biggest in history. Virtually any blue whale is huge. All of these animals are very large, massive, long, and so on, but there are record breakers among them as well. Basically, they were recorded in the times when whaling was still allowed. Then the whales caught could be safely weighed and measured. On the other hand, finding footage of these record-breaking whales is virtually impossible. The longest recorded whale was a female slaughtered by whalers in 1926 near the South Shetland Islands. In the Antarctic, there's no picture of this individual, but there is another of what this female could look like. Its length was 110.1 feet. It was since then that they began to say that whales grow up to 108 feet in length. This female whale weighed about 150 tons, but this isn't the limit. Whales are known to weigh more than 180 tons, and in 1947, a 190-ton blue whale was caught in South Georgia, but even this isn't the limit. Incredibly, the most massive blue whale in history was found not too long ago. What's more, it was even caught on camera. Here it is. This giant was caught on camera in September 2012 when it swam into the coastal waters of Australia. Of course, the whale wasn't finished off, but scientists who reviewed the footage concluded that it may have weighed over 200 tons. It was about twice the size of an ordinary blue whale, and its length was hefty, about 98 feet. This whale was not only a record breaker, but also a rare gift for Australians, because in the place where the whale was seen, these giants are not found very often in general. By the way, in fact, the blue whale is not the largest animal in the world. To be more precise, the blue whale is not a finite species. It's subdivided into 3 subspecies: the northern, the Antarctic, and the pygmy. We're in the Antarctic species. It's this blue whale subspecies that's considered the largest in the entire world and in all history. It's among these giants that record holders are most often found, and it's they, which most often grow up to 98 feet or more in length and weigh over 150 tons. By the way, it's also the most numerous subspecies, making up the bulk of the blue whale population. By the way, it leaves much to be desired, only 10 to 25,000 of them. These amazing creatures remain in the world. The Antarctic blue whale is a record breaker not only in terms of overall size, it also has the largest body parts of any animal. But not all of them. For example, its throat is very small, only 4 inches in diameter. So, the blue whale definitely can't eat a person, but it can eat several tons of krill in a day, so its appetite is really record-breaking. The blue whale also has the largest heart and tongue in the animal world. Blue whales are also very loud. Their cries reach a volume of 190 decibels. A rocket launches and flies into space at the same volume. It's a pity that these amazing giants may soon become extinct due to human activity. Let's not talk about sad things. Let's better take our minds off whales and look at other giants of the world ocean. Keep watching to see a jellyfish with tentacles, dozens of meters long, a huge stingray, a giant octopus you don't want to encounter in your water, and more. Lion's mane jellyfish. Have you ever thought about what a jellyfish actually looks like? When I think of jellyfish, I always picture SpongeBob and Patrick chasing after pink jellyfish in Bikini Bottom, or the jellyfish that Marlin and Dory waded through in Finding Nemo. However, not all jellyfish are small. Some of them can be giants, like the lion's mane jellyfish, also known as the giant jellyfish. It looks almost unreal and is in fact the largest jellyfish in the world. The tentacles of some individuals can stretch for several dozen meters, and the largest measured jellyfish had tentacles that were up to 120 feet long, the height of a 12-story building. The size of the jellyfish is truly impressive, with even divers appearing small next to it. Interestingly, swimming near the lion's mane jellyfish isn't very dangerous. Although it can sting, it's not usually fatal, unlike some Australian box jellyfish. The maximum effect from contact with its tentacles is a rash or allergy. Manta ray. Next up is the majestic stingray. The manta is sometimes called a devil ray, but I personally wouldn't call this amazing creature that. It's not diabolical, though its appearance can frighten anyone. After all, it's the largest stingray in the world, sometimes up to 30 feet wide and weighing 3 tons. It may seem that such a stingray is capable of devouring even a human being, but for us, it poses no danger. Manta rays feed on fish larvae and zooplankton. They're definitely not interested in humans. Once, sailors and fishermen heaved a sigh of relief after learning this information, but before, many were afraid to go to sea. The ancient sailors believed that the manta ray could hug the ship with its giant fins and drag it to the bottom. By the way, these animals are interesting in another way. They love to fly, but in fact, this is not a controlled flight. Manta rays just jump out of the water like whales and plan a little, spreading their fins. It looks unusual. Whale shark. Giants are not always dangerous to humans, as you have already seen. The whale shark is a remarkable example of this, proving that large size in the world of marine animals does not always imply hostility or danger. Whale sharks are the biggest sharks and fish in the world, often growing up to 39 feet in length. These creatures can even grow bigger, reaching up to 60 or even 66 feet and weighing 20 to 30 tons. While much larger than bull sharks or great white sharks, they are thousands of times safer than them, never attacking humans. The whale shark simply swims in the ocean, feeding on plankton and never in a hurry. Their speed rarely exceeds 3 miles per hour. Interestingly, whale sharks have many more teeth than their predatory relatives, with up to 15,000 teeth. However, they are so small that they won't cause any harm to humans, even if the whale shark bites them. As for human interaction, whale sharks behave differently with them. Some divers experience whale sharks coming to them out of curiosity, while others are ignored and receive no reaction. Many take advantage of this and literally ride on the back of this giant or cling to its fin, but this is not recommended, and in some countries, it's even forbidden by law. These harmless giants are very vulnerable, and even a careless touch can harm them. Whale sharks are an endangered species, and they are worth protecting. Orca. Finally, we get to the real predator. The orca is probably the largest and most dangerous marine hunter of our time. Reaching a length of 33 feet, this creature weighs about 8 tons. Orcas successfully use their size, developed intelligence, and tactical hunting skills. Not without reason, they're called killer whales. They are as ruthless, cold-blooded, and merciless as possible to their prey. Literally, anyone can become a killer whale's prey because this big creature needs to eat a lot to keep itself in shape. Seals suffer from their attacks most often. Orcas have long known how these creatures like to rest in the ice in the middle of the sea. It's no hindrance to them. They gather in a group and begin to ram and beat the ice and create waves, trying to throw their prey into the water. They usually succeed. Orcas are also not afraid to hunt dangerous sharks. Sometimes, even one orca can hunt a small group of predatory sharks and return with the victory and some prey. What's more, orcas are not afraid to attack even whales. Few animals in the ocean are able to deal with such a giant besides orcas. With all of this, it's surprising that orcas are not dangerous for humans. More precisely, they're dangerous only in captivity when they go crazy from lack of space and food. There were cases when orcas attacked animal handlers, and it ended badly. In the wild, they can attack a ship or boat, or accidentally hit a swimmer while hunting someone. But if a swimmer or diver is just next to an orca, they have nothing to worry about. Killer whales often swim with divers and enjoy spending time and playing with them. Ocean sunfish. It's fascinating to see how orcas interact with other creatures, like the ocean sunfish, as they play around with them. However, it appears that in this video, the orca is just teasing the prey and plans to discard it later. The ocean sunfish is an enormous creature, and when compared to humans, it becomes even more evident. They are the heaviest bony fish globally, with some weighing over 2 tons. Just recently in October, a record-breaking ocean sunfish weighing 6,049 pounds was caught off the coast of the Azores. Additionally, ocean sunfish are the most fecund vertebrates globally, with females laying up to 300 million eggs at once. This is an astonishing number that seems too good to be true, but it's genuine. However, the mother doesn't provide any care for its offspring, and most of these eggs perish, leaving the ocean sunfish vulnerable to predators like sea lions, orcas, and sharks. As a result, this species is classified as vulnerable. Giant Pacific octopus. Some still believe that the CRAIN is real and actually lives somewhere in the ocean. If that's what you think too, then you're right. The CRAIN is real, at least in this form. No, seriously, the giant Pacific octopus could very well pass for a baby of the mythical CRAIN because it's simply astonishing in terms of size. The length of some individuals can reach 30 feet, and their weight is almost 440 pounds. These creatures live in the Pacific Ocean at great depths where they hunt crustaceans and mollusks, and sometimes they even hunt divers. There have been cases where giant Pacific octopuses have attacked divers by wrapping their creepy tentacles around them, and according to some reports, several divers have even become victims of these CRAINs of the real world. It's up to you whether to believe it or not. That's all, guys. Which sea giant impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you later.